I think I'm live. I've only done a couple of these, so I think it's happening. I just wanted to pop on the culmination of another year. Wild. It's almost 2024, which is crazy, but it's true. Yeah, it's been a big year. Always, always. So much happening, so much going on, so much good, so much hard, so much beautiful, and so much wildly challenging. Personally, for me, for you, for all of us, and globally as well. So just acknowledging that. And hoping that you're meeting the troubled times, the hard days with an open heart. That is, it's one of the big purposes of the practice for me, is not to bypass. It's not to ignore, to mitigate, to ascend, but to be able to stay tender and caring when things get not good. It's a really brave thing. So hoping and encouraging that you are finding that tender bodhicitta heart of yours and meeting life as it's coming, being there for it. I just finished. I wanted to tell you a bit about what I have coming up for 2024, some exciting things. And first up is a new offering under the Emerge umbrella called The Wisdom of the Shadow. And it is an exploration of some of our darker emotions, the ones that we don't think anyone would clap for, the ones that we often run from, suppress. Yeah. And the thing is that appear. So it's and a turning towards. And the four emotions that were shame, anger, envy, and grief. And it's going to be potent, and it will be provocative, per usual, but really powerful, and it will be joyous as well, because they can all live together at the same time. That's a really big aha. And I just got done filming part of the anger piece for that. And the way that this goes is that it's a 4-week course. So it's a shorter course. And each week you get a short Dharma talk, like a 30-minute lecture, and then a practice. So I just recorded a lecture on anger, and I wove in some mythology. I told the story of the birth of Kali, which is one of my favorite stories. And then we did a meditation. And then later in the week, we'll meet live on a 2-hour Zoom call with our group. And we'll have, we'll have people from all over the world there. And there'll be some pieces of lecture, but really this is our satsang. So this is when we gather, and we gather in community to explore and investigate collectively. It's so powerful. So you'll have self-inquiry homework, but then we'll come together and do collective inquiry. And really, really looking forward to it. That starts January the 5th, and it runs for 4 weeks. So it's January the 5th through January the 31st. And this is also a lower price point of some of my other offerings, because my other offerings are more expanded and much bigger. So this is $330. And if you really want to join and you don't have the funds, we do have some scholarship funds. We do have some partial scholarships left. So we can't fully fund it, but we can kind of try to meet you where you are. That way we can spread the funds farther. So we have a few spots left for that as well. So Wisdom of the Shadow, it's with me and Christine Calvert, who is incredible. We did a talk a while back. It's in here. I can't remember what it's called. It has like a yellow thumbnail, but she's a sage woman, and really excited to be collaborating with her. We've had a lot of fun, believe it or not, putting this content together. It's so juicy. So really looking forward to sharing that. So Wisdom of the Shadow. All these links will be down below. I think it's really important that we begin to turn towards, just like I was saying at the beginning, oh man, it's so easy and it's so natural to move away from things that feel challenging, but that doesn't get us anywhere. It doesn't disappear. What we don't want to approach doesn't disappear just because we're not paying attention to it. It often just exacerbates and get bigger. So this ability to meet it, to turn towards, whether that's externally or internally, it is a powerful, needed practice. So that's the encouragement. Let's see what else. After that, headed to Bali. We have a full house for our 200 hour. We're on a wait list for the 200 hour hybrid Mindfulish School training. So that's full, but we'll be running that again same time, beginning of 2025. So those registrations will be open soon, and I would get in on that quickly. So watch for updates for that, because that'll sell out really quick as well. So excited. So excited. They're really big projects. We put so much love into them. So we're probably just going to be running the 200 hour this year, one a year, and then we'll try to do, a 300 hour as well. We just closed up the 300 hour. It's beautiful, beautiful. But in the summer of 2024, let's move on there. I'm coming to the States, which I'm really excited about. And I have 3 retreats. One's in Colorado, is already sold out. It's a hiking retreat, so we'll just bypass that one. There's another one in Colorado in June that hasn't been released yet, but it will. It'll also sell out very quickly. So if you're interested, let me know. Be sure to get on the email list, because that'll get notified first. And it'll be with Jack St. Pierre and me. So it'll be a mindfulish retreat. It'll be good. We're trying to figure out what to do. We're going to have music and mythology, and we'll be up in the mountains. I don't know exactly what the layout of that will be yet, but it'll be good. Trust that. And then the one that's open right now that has some space is in Hawaii. And I'm really excited about this. This is going to be unique and different. It's also with Christine Calvert, who I'm running the Wisdom of the Shadow with. And it's called Wild Remembrance. And when we talk about remembering, it's like, what have we forgotten? What have you forgotten? And what have we collectively forgotten? So much. And that'll be the exploration of how to kind of bring in these forgotten pieces back together. And we'll be exploring through a myriad ways. Asana, of course, breath work, holotropic breath work. Christine is actually on the faculty for holotropic breath work. She travels the world teaching it. I'm in that facilitation training, which is very exciting. But we'll be doing holotropic breath work, which is a powerful modality, and all breath works are not created the same. This is a shifting. This is very shifting. It's very special. So we'll be doing that. And we're going to my friend's retreat center in Hawaii. And it is a retreat and permaculture center that they have been, they bought during COVID and have been renovating and loving it up. And I'm so excited to be there. And her partner are really big into deep ecology and permaculture. And they're going to be bringing that medicine into the retreat. So overall, the retreat will be yoga, breath work, permaculture, ecology. We'll do some ecosomatics and mythology as well. Oh my goodness, all those things. So good. So what is that? I'm going to bring on my friend, and we'll talk about that a little bit more with her about, what that really is. But we will be not only reconnecting the parts of ourselves that we've lost, but we'll also be exploring that relationship with land, a relationship with place, with earth, because that has really been lost as well. So we'll do that through different lenses. Through the lens of the ecosomatics is our body, is the idea that our body does not extend at the boundaries of our skin, that we are encapsulated in the body of the world. And so that opens our ability of investigating and creating a relationship with who we are in the broader ecology. And permaculture will look at permaculture systems, which is really symbiotic. It's finding ways, all of the relationships, which in things work together. And I think often the story of nature is, survival of the fittest, that everything is in cahoots with one another. But actually, there's so much support and interwoven diversity and support. So be exploring that as well. And they're going to bring that piece in so beautifully. And then mythology, because this is my recent inspiration of getting into the story, and what people have been sharing for many, 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 many years is so relevant now. And when we look at it in older ancient contexts, we can learn so much about our place, not just in our time right now, but our place in the bigger time. And it's beautiful. And I've had so much fun learning about them and then telling them as well. Like, it's this really fun expression for me. So I'm excited to be telling more stories as well. So Hawaii, 2024. It's a smaller retreat. I think there's like 8 spots left. So I would get on it if you're interested. We'll likely be doing another 300-hour module online at some point as well. We haven't sorted that out yet. And I'll be running a merge. I've moved it to be later in the year. So it's going to be later in 2024. This is just my favorite thing to run. And I felt like I was squeezing it in. I just really wanted to do it and squeeze it in. But I'm going to put it towards the end of the year so that I can really give all my attention to it, because it's that important to me. I'm also going to take some time for myself to rest, because that is important and I don't do enough of it. I'm going to be taking some things for me as well, some trainings and some courses to feed my curiosity, which I'm really excited about. I think I mentioned I'm doing the Holy Drop, talking to you with my butter knife here. I'll be taking some more trainings with holotropic breath work. So we're doing that. I'm taking a couple trainings in death and dying and grief, which I've been really curious about the last several years. Ever since I read this book, really called The Worm at the Core. So book recommendations if you're interested in our cultural thoughts and beliefs and denial of death. That's a really good one. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And I'm also going to climb some mountains in New Zealand, and just some other things as well. And also I want to garden more. I want to do some slower things. I have definitely bought into this culture of urgency and busyness. So I'm really wanting to unwind that. I recognize that in myself, and it's important to me that I learn to unwind as well. So all the things that I do, I get so excited about, and I can't do them all at the same time. So I'm slowing down. I will likely be, heads up, putting less videos on YouTube platform and starting to put and be putting more of my energy towards CCY Studio, which is my membership platform. It takes a lot of time, effort, and energy to put these videos out. I've been doing it for a really long time. I probably have thousands of videos on YouTube. So beginning to move that more over to the subscription site. Oh, hi, Teddy. Oh, look at that. Downward dog. Good downward dog. Moving that over there. There's a 14-day free trial of that if you want to check it out. Those are longer classes. So on YouTube, I put like 20 minutes, stuff like that. On the other platform, you'll still get the shorter videos, but you'll also have 3 like 45-minute, hour-long, sometimes longer, 75-minute flows over there. So you can get to really extend and explore your practice in that way. And if it's $27 a month, if finances are a barrier, you can always write in and we'll meet you where you are. So that's another option as well. I think that's all. I'm getting ready to go offline for a few days for the holidays. So I'm wrapping up some stuff. I'm going to go down into my garden, which I've been really enjoying getting to know. It's still quite intimidating to me, but I've recently harvested my first red cabbage, and I cannot believe how different it tastes. I've so thoroughly enjoyed watching them grow. They were beautiful, are beautiful. Also some cauliflower and some onions. So it's pretty exciting. Many of you probably are avid gardeners, and it's new to me. And talking about like what we have lost, that being something that we have lost, that I have lost. My grandmother actually had a full working farm. They grew all their food. She had like 9 kids. They grew all the food, had all of the pigs and cows and chickens and all of that. And then my mother went to college, which was excellent. The youngest child, wonderful that she was the only one to go to college. And she learned so much and has, been afforded a lot of opportunities and knows nothing about gardening. So within one generation, all of this knowledge that probably everyone in my, ancestry has known was eradicated. And I know nothing. So I'm trying to reclaim and remember that connection with Earth. So anyway, that's my spiel about that. Please let me know what you are into, what you're interested in classes. I'll be filming after the new year when I get back to Bali. Some things I've been really interested in recently are, well, curiosity always, presence, but also grief and how we allow grief to move through us and how it can live side by side with joy. I'm going to explore that more. I'm going to be bringing in some more mythology into the classes because, like I said, I'm really getting into story and some more embodied movement, some more somatic inquiry. So my personal practice is always moving farther and farther away from alignment and more into like a jello wiggle. So I think we're going to just keep it up. We're going to keep going in that direction. If you have any requests, please let me know. I'm also going to have some other teachers be sharing on the channel a bit more. Kimberly, who you all have loved and gotten some great feedback from. Jack will be on here more. And hopefully Persia Juliet. We'll have to see. If you know who she is, then message her and say, hey, put some more videos up. She's incredible. Okay, I think that's all for me. I'm just blabbing now. I am going to go hang out with Teddy, go down into the garden, and begin my holidays. I hope to see you somewhere in the world or somewhere on your mat. Ciao.